Previously on MTV's Spyder Games.
I know you're feeling discouraged about Taylor. I am too.
She told you what happened?
Lyle did.
Well, then you know why I can't work here.
You slept late. Feeling okay?
Better than ever. All that good loving last night wore me out.
You know, Taylor, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Oh, honey, I get it. I'm making it way too easy on you. You want to make me work for it, don't you?
This isn't a game, Julie.
Sure it is. You like games.
No, I don't.
Of course you do. You're Carlisle. You invent them. And I have one for you. It's called Manhunt, and there is no escape.
Julie, stop it right now.
Oh, I like it when you beg. Just give it up, honey. You are my prey.
I told you, leave me alone. What the hell more do you need? I don't want you.
Why don't you make yourself comfortable, Todd? It's after hours. Aren't you hot?
A little. So that about brings you up to speed on current game development. And I have that Witch Wars deal memo right there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Could you do me a big favor? I know this is no longer part of your job description, but could you ask payroll to set up a new I-9 file?
Sure. What is that, like a new employee?
Yes. Francisco Torres. He's going to be joining us here at Spyder Games.
Torres? As what? Like a spokesmodel? Spokesmodel.
No, as CFO.
Chief Financial Officer? Your brother's best friend? I mean, isn't that a little like just handing Dimitri the keys to the store? Francisco could cause a lot of problems for us.
How so?
Well, I mean, you might let your guard down. I mean, you might scream something out in bed, like when he's pounding. Natalia, that was.
Hey, can I come in?
Of course. Could I get you something to drink?
You know, man, we're supposed to be best friends.
We are best friends.
I thought I knew you, but I don't know you at all, do I?
You know you don't know? Your sister. You have it all wrong about Natalia.
No, Francisco, you got it all wrong. Only you don't know how wrong you are about her. You have no idea what Natalia's capable of.
Yes. Lieutenant Pardee, Jeff Northcutt.
Thanks for letting me come over.
Said you were a private detective.
I could really use your help.
With what?
I need a court order to exhume the body of Boris Carlisle.
Who is it?
The Muffin Man.
Hi, Lyle.
Just got off work at U4. Scored some primo leftover muffins.
Oh.
Thought you and Taylor might want a snack.
Taylor's not here, though. She's been out all day coordinating for the fashion show.
Oh, that's right. That's coming up.
Yeah. It was really nice of her to offer to work with Dimitri, because I never would have done it otherwise.
That's her Taylor. She's a giver.
Yeah. Well, it must run in the family. Ugh. You two are exactly alike. Thanks for bringing these. I skipped dinner.
My pleasure.
So are you and Taylor getting along better since you've been back in town?
I think we've come to an understanding.
Yeah? I can't believe that she would be so down on you just because you wanted to drop dentistry and move to Paris. You know, my parents were exactly the same way.
Oh, yeah. You did a semester in Italy, right?
Yeah.
I see. I never made it that far.
Oh, but I took the train to Paris all the time.
You did?
Hello? I mean, it's next to Milan. It's the fashion capital of the world. We probably hung out at the same places.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mostly just wandered around, looking at paintings, sketching.
You know what? That reminds me. I wanted to ask you if I could look at some of your sketches.
Well, they're all in storage. But maybe I could do some new ones for you sometime.
Why not do one now?
Right now?
Sure. Here. Go ahead. Pretend you're in a cafe.
I'm kind of out of practice.
Come on. You can neither draw or you can't.
Ivan didn't mean it. I know he didn't. He'll be back. I know he will. He has to.
I really don't believe you want it this way, Ivan.
The one thing I know is I can't keep going back and forth between you and Julie.
I'd like to keep seeing you. I know that's what you want to.
Look, Julie's home. I can't talk now. I'll call you from the office.
Oh my God. He's seeing someone else. There's another woman. Ivan,
I gotta get to the office.
you can't leave me now.
I'm sure as hell not gonna stay here with you like this.
I won't let you do this to me, Ivan. If you walk out, you want to walk back.
You know, my reasons for going to work at Spyder Games aren't just for Natalia, they're for you too. You asked me to watch it for you, right?
Yeah, watch and boff are two different things.
That's a nice way to talk about your sister, Dimitri. Can I tell you something? Natalia has a very soft side. I've seen her be very vulnerable.
Yeah. And I hear that Saddam Hussein enjoys needlepoint.
They offer, D.
You know something, buddy? You are in for a seriously rude awakening.
I know why you're so hard on Natalia. You really think that she had something to do with your dad's death?
I think it's time to put all that behind us and finally let my dad rest in peace.
So, I guess you two are seeing each other again?
As much of each other as we can. Even more so now that Francisco is working under me.
It just seemed like a pretty nasty blow-up. What happened?
Well, I admitted I was being a bitch, and he groveled, which makes us totally sexually compatible. Wildly so.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Natalia, I'm your biggest supporter.
Thank you, Todd.
And I would do anything to protect you. And in fact, I think I already have.
I wouldn't be sitting here without you. I know that.
Natalia, what we did is a felony.
What you did. You edited the DVD of my father's will.
Natalia, I don't exactly want to end up in the big house somewhere tossing salads, and if you get caught, you're gonna lose all this.
Relax! Stop! The only people who know what really happened to my father's will are right here. Okay?
It's just if it were me, I wouldn't be trusting anybody. You know, especially that snoopy reporter that's been hanging around.
Jeff Northcutt? When Jeff's book comes out, I am going to be the hottest exec in this country. And you, well, you'll be my most loyal little VP.
Well, I just don't get why you would want to be quoted in an expose of your dad.
Are you kidding? I am counting the days till Jeff's tell-all comes out. I have waited my whole life to shatter the myth of Boris Karloff.
You want to exhume Boris Karloff's body.
It's unorthodox, I know, but my client believes a proper autopsy should have been done the night of his father's death.
There's no need for an autopsy. Your client's father was drunk when he totaled out his car.
I read the accident report. I know that was the initial conclusion, but the police didn't look anywhere else.
Are you telling me I don't know my job?
It's no secret you weren't a fan of Boris Carlyle.
Oh, yeah. Well, going by the town gossip, there's a reliable source.
I talked to witnesses at the police station when Mr. Carlyle posted bail on his son, Sasha, the night of his death. You made it no secret how you felt about him.
Boris Carlyle was an arrogant bastard. The man assumed that he can just buy and sell people like that. But if his death was anything more than just an accident, I would have discovered it.
It's possible something was overlooked. Happens all the time. Why not allow the body to be exhumed? Unless Fort Kent PD has something to hide.
So how's it coming?
It's pretty rough.
Can I see it?
I'm kind of shy about my art.
Yeah, I know how it is. I used to be the same way.
This isn't my best work.
Lyle, it's great.
That's okay.
Where did you study? There's so many great schools in Paris.
You know, this is no big deal. What you do, now this is really art.
Oh, stop it.
I mean it. Being able to design all this stuff, three-dimensional, it's very cool.
Well, it's nothing. I mean, here, I'll show you. I'll make you a shirt right now.
From scratch?
Sure. Let me just get your measurements. I have the perfect design for you, actually. I think this will look really good. Oh, you didn't have to take your shirt off.
I want it to be accurate.
Ooh, how did you get the scar?
When I was younger, I got into a fight, got thrown up against a barbed wire fence.
Wow, I guess growing up in the suburbs isn't as safe as I thought.
No, it sure isn't.
You know what? I think this color will look great on you. Really makes your eyes sparkle.
It's not the color that's doing it.
I'm not agreeing to a damn thing until I see some hard evidence. And that means more than just some guy showing up at my back door trying to blow a lot of smoke.
I wish I could give it to you, but you know how it goes. It's privilege between me and my clients.
Fine. Then why the hell should I help you? Now, if you had something a little more concrete, that's a different story.
I do. I just don't want to risk scaring the killer off.
Are we talking a murder weapon?
No.
DNA samples. Blood, hair, anything at all.
You said yourself the car was totaled.
Well, Mr. Northcutt, sounds to me like you've got squat.
Why don't you want us to dig up Boris? Is there something buried with him you don't want me to find? Maybe you wanted him dead too.
It's a nice try. You come back to me with something a little bit better than just your client's hunches. We'll talk. Good night, Mr. Northcutt.
You gotta trust me. I'm not gonna let my relationship with Natalia get in the way of my job as CFO or my friendship with you.
Dimitri, well, isn't this a surprise?
Look, make yourself at home. I'm out of here. Okay?
Hey, you don't have to rush off on my account.
Well, I've got to deal with some last-minute stuff with the rave tomorrow night, so...
Is that all you've been working on? It's just the launch?
What else is there? No, seriously, I think that you will be very happy. We're all on the same page. My goal is to make Spyder Games a success.
So no more doubts about Witch Wars?
Yes, but I've put them aside. You've been at it longer than I have, and I trust your judgment. Francisco's been setting me straight.
Yeah, well, he's really persuasive.
I know I've been a hard ass sometimes, but tomorrow night's your night. You're calling the shots, so I owe it to Dad to support you.
Wow. Well, I guess he's not as stupid as he looks.
I don't know where Natalia is. Probably off skull frying some intern somewhere. Yes, Todd, I'm in her office right now. I found the file. Thanks. What are you doing here?
We have to talk.
I told you I'm through with your therapy.
You need help, Ivan.
I need to get on with my life, my real life.
When we first met, you came to me and you told me how much you loved Julie and how much you wanted to make your marriage work.
Yes, but now
Do you remember that? Ivan, are you really ready to throw all of that away? And what about Julie and your commitment to her?
I can't take this anymore. I'm not in denial, you are. You can't change people's sexual orientation. I was born this way.
That's not true. You were born straight. Somewhere along the way, you deviated from that norm. Ivan, I have had so much success with dozens of men just like you. Did you visit the chat room?
Yes, I did, and I finally opened my eyes to the truth. This is who I am.
If you'll just be patient and give it some time, we can do this. So this is what you do in your office? Bang your mistress?
Lyle, you better put your shirt back on.
Maybe you should take yours off.
Excuse me, I better get that. Hello? I mean, come on. Hello, Linda. What's the problem? But I gave you 20 yards. But the rave's tomorrow night. Oh, hold on. Excuse me, I have to go into bitch mode. What was your pet monkey doing out of his cage? Uh-huh. Well, I thought you were gonna get him neutered. Well, no, this is just very unprofessional, you know? I've trusted you with this. Linda, I have a deadline to make.
Oh, God. Everything is finally going my way. You know, ever since my father died, I have felt so free. That son of a bitch squashed every desire and every emotion that I ever had.
I know how badly Boris treated you.
Yeah, well, no use rehashing that bastard's life. After all, he's dead. So.
That's what I told Dimitri.
Why? What's Dimitri doing snooping around in my father's past? What's he expecting to find?
I have no idea, but I think I persuaded him to put Boris to rest once and for all.
Good. Now that Dimitri's on the payroll, he should be focusing on business.
Well, I focus on pleasure.
Hey, is your sister with Francisco at his place? Okay. She's got that guy right where she wants him.
Listen, I didn't get anywhere with Pardee.
He didn't agree to get the court order, so we can't exhume my dad's body.
Not without substantial evidence, no.
I don't know why I'm surprised. He doesn't care what happened to my dad. He's got it in for this whole family.
There is a way we can do it without the court order.
How?
We exhume the body ourselves. I have a pathologist friend who can do the autopsy.
Will that evidence hold up in court?
I don't think it'll get that far. Once we know exactly how your father was murdered, Natalia will confess.
How could you do this? How? We've only been married less than a month. Is this a slut you met online?
Julie, I'm not cheating on you.
That's true. Your husband and I are not involved in the way that you think. Shut up, you bitch! Don't you lie to me, Ivan. I heard you talking on the phone. I know you're seeing somebody. My relationship with your husband is strictly professional. You are paying for this? You are a professional. I'm his psychotherapist. Wait a minute. You're seeing a shrink?
Julie, I have something I've been keeping from you since we met. Keeping it for myself.
You've been screwing her since we met?
Listen to me, I'm not having an affair with Leslie. Julie, I'm gay.